Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to look at folder structures that are used in when we are working with Flask. And for that, we'll first open VS Code. So I have that right here. I'm going to open VS Code, and I've already created a folder, as you can see right here. And in this folder, I've created these three text files that we'll try to open from here. So here we see the welcome tab. Down here we have the open. So if I click on open, it'll open the uh, sort of explorer finder, and then here this is the folder we are interested in. So I open that, and when we open this, we see that all the files in that folder appear here on the left hand side. So let's click on the very first one, which is the AI underscore starter.txt, and here we can see a very simple folder structure that we would need use when we are working with uh, Flask for creating a website. So the main folder is Hello Flask app, and then inside of that we have this folder templates, and then we have another folder static. So in templates folder, the all the HTML files are can be placed. In the static folder we can place all the images, CSS files or JavaScript files, and then outside in the main folder, the Hello Flask app folder, we can put the actual main app.py file and any requirements.txt file that may be there. So this is one of the simplest folder structures that we can begin to use with. And right now, if you do not understand what each of these means, that is completely okay. But this is just a heads up that what to expect. So we are not going to put all the files in one folder. Rather, we are going to have it like a modular structure where a separate folder is created for specific type of files. And then there is another type of structure that we see here. Let's say the main folder is my Flask app, and inside of that we have app folder, and inside of the app folder we have the Python files, which is .py files, and then outside of that we have the config.py file and run.py file. In addition to this, there is a .env which we are going to use to put confidential information such as a password or key, etc. So this is sort of adding some level of security to uh, the code that we are creating. Then this is sort of more involved structure that we have, where we have the Flask AI web app. That's the main outermost folder. Inside of that, we also have the .env where we put all the passwords or keys. And then inside of this, we have the so outer folder has the run.py, that file that we would run, and then we have the requirements.txt and config.py. Inside of this, we have three folders: instance, app, and migrations. And then inside of instance, we have the config.py file. Again, this can have the keys. Then within the app, this is the main chunk of code where we have the .py files out here. As in a separate AI folder, we put all the predictive models and the pickle files .pkl and the Python code with it. And then the template folder, as you've already seen, template folder would have all the HTML files, and the static folder would have the CSS and JavaScript files. So if there are if it's like a larger project, you would probably have more JavaScript files and a lot more CSS files, so we could separate them out and put them in separate folders as we see. Then we also have a migrations folder, so that could be helpful to to make changes or updates to the backend database, in this case, which is the PostgreSQL database that we would have. Overall, that's these are some of the general structures, and we'll begin with a very simple one, which is this one, and start working through it. And as the uh, code and methods we learn uh, become more and more involved, then we'll start to sort of upgrade the folder structure to the needs that are there for a specific project. Right, so that was it for this video, and we'll continue learning and typing code. I think in the next video we'll start actual Flask methods and create a simple web app with that.